Hi guys, and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be sharing with you guys some of our recent homeschool purchases. I've had this video in my content planner for quite a while now. However, I'm not overly prepared today for it. I had some time to film, so I was like, okay, I'm going to go ahead and do it a little bit different. I do have a stack of recently thrifted books on the table here in front of me, but everything else is not set out, so we are quite literally just going to go over to our bookshelves, our cabinet, or wherever other things happen to be. And I'm just going to take you through and try to pick out everything that I have bought the past few months so you guys get an accurate representation of kind of where we're putting things as well. And yeah, it's going to be a little bit different because I'm not all prepared today. Anyway, with all that being said, let's go ahead and get into the video. I got these intentionally to go along with our new 5 in a row nature study that we are going to be doing in the spring and summer. I'm going to be having, right after this video, an entire flip through and look at this if you're interested. I am so incredibly excited about this. Cannot wait for it. So I know my kiddos are also going to love doing this together as well. There's a spring and summer, but there's also a fall and winter one. But I'm so excited to dive into that. So the first one is called The Secret Stream, and we love this one. We've read this one quite a few times already, but it starts out with, "My life begins when gray-bellied clouds fling down rain that seeps underground, filling crevices and soil and stone, until out I spill from a spring in the heart of the forest." So it's all about the first little beginnings of a new little stream, and I loved this. So did my son, who is all about everything pond life, creek life. We're spending pretty much half of our summer down by some random creek bed anyway, and this book was just right up our family's alley as far as really what we love learning about. So I have this one. Again, it's called The Secret Stream. So all the other books are also for that unit study. So I have A Little Bit Brave. I have Talking to Fireflies, Shrinking the Moon. That's also for that. Because of an Acorn, I loved this one. It just does a beautiful job in describing with beautiful illustrations the life cycle of an acorn. So Because of an Acorn, love this one. And this one is not actually from our 5 in a row nature studies, but it is a recent purchase. I got this from Thrift Books, which is why it's in this pile of books yet to be put away. So this is 1001 Things to Spot on the Farm. My daughter has been doing this one a lot. And then we also have, for the unit study, we have a book called The Busy Tree. Again, really sweet nature book. We have The Leaf Detective, which right now is one of my daughter's all-time favorites. She's been spending a lot of time reading this, and it's just, I don't know, it's just something about it that's so darling, but also really informative and fun. And again, the illustrations are just beautiful. We also have a book called The Hike. I had this at one point, and honestly, I don't remember what happened to it. So I ended up getting it again on Thrift Books. So I absolutely love this book. It's so sweet. And the last thing I have on this stack of books anyway for that unit study is just called The Seasons. So each page you go through the seasons of the spring, winter, summer, autumn, and I love it. The illustrations are beautiful, and I love how it makes each page come alive with the different seasons and how it looks in the different parts and seasons. So highly recommend this one. So I had to share this in this video because it is kind of like homeschooly-ish related, but this is a Webster's old kind of new international dictionary, but I got this for like $2 at a local thrift store, and I was so excited to come across it. It was the homeschool mom side of me that was just so excited to come across that one. So when it comes to some new things on our bookshelf, a couple of things that I know I also got off of Thrift Books. Actually, no, this one came from Goodwill. I paid $1.99 for it, but it's The Big Book of Big Animals. This is also a newer purchase in our home. And then a few other Usborne books that I got. I got 2 of these from Usborne. Well, this one is... yeah, this one came from Thrift Books, as well as The Big Book of Colors. And then I also have the Usborne Count to 100. This is another one of my favorite activities that I love doing with my 3.5-year-old, and that she's always gravitating toward. This one is another wonderful option for if you have a toddler with a little bit of a speech delay. As I mentioned in her kind of homeschool with us video, is we'll go through pictures, we'll practice pronouncing them, but this one is just a really fun one. But her favorite page is this part back here, where you take the little film here and you can flip over and change the colors of the things. So she loves this one, and this is a newer for us. I don't remember, yeah, I think I got it at Thrift Books. Yeah, Thrift Books. Yeah, so that was one of our recent purchases as well. And then I also found a handful of these on Thrift Books website as well. I have the 1001 Things to Spot in Fairyland, and then I also have the in the sea one. And of course I have that farm one that I've shared in the past couple of videos. So these are, again, another one that I've gotten recently. I did already share these in a past video, however, I will share them on here because it is a newer purchase of ours. But I got these for my 3.5-year-old as a way to practice our speech therapy, but it comes with 3 books, and it's A Trip to the Forest, Farmer's Market. But I love the fact that they have all the vocabulary in the back of the book. So you can go through and practice saying the words, you can pick things out, and I do think it's just beautifully, beautifully done. Some really fun things that we've added into our homeschool is we've got this Fandex Kids. This is the ocean one. I love these. So if you have been around my channel for any amount of time, you've probably heard me say that my kiddos just love the ocean, learning all there is to know about it. I love how the cards start with the depth zones because we're always talking about the different zones within the ocean, like the sunlight zone and going all the way to the deep, deep part of it. And I love the adorable illustrations. There's just enough information where it is front and back, so there's a lot of information to make it really useful, very informative, while also not being overwhelming. Another recent purchase have been these little Nature Smarts workbooks. These are so sweet, and they're really simple too, so they're not too advanced where your little ones can't do it by themselves. But if you want something, so if you're traveling or if you want a quiet activity, just to have something on hand to be really intentional about nature study, this is a really, really good option for that. I ended up turning the camera around for this set of new purchases. I got a bunch of new placemats. I love utilizing placemats. We've taught pretty much all of our kiddos their shapes, colors, beginning letters and numbers, honestly just by putting placemats out on the table, and then that's kind of what we just talk about over dinner. We'll look over things, and it's a kind of a fun way to where they are learning things without realizing they're actually learning things. So anyway, I have the Let's Talk Money one. I ended up wanting to do it this way so you guys could see the full picture of it. But one of my favorite things about these mats in particular is there's a lot of different exercises on the back. So it's not just the front of telling you about money. Again, all kinds of just really, really great exercises. So I have the money one. I also have the Let's Learn Multiplication. I have the grammar one, and again on the back is all kinds of exercises for practicing. So I have been loving these. And then I also have the fractions ones. Again, same thing on the back. It's all the different exercises that you can learn along with it. I have the alphabet one, and then on the back of the alphabet one, the reason why I got this one is I already have one similar. However, on the back it has a little bit more of a better writing structure, where my other one, it did have a place to practice writing, but I liked the layout of this one a little bit better. So I have the ABC animals of course, and then the practice writing stuff on the back. And then just for my daughter, my 3.5-year-old, who we are working on building up her vocabulary, I have the mountain animals one, and I just thought this one was really fun. Again, on the back, there's an option to like color the animals in. I have the life in the ocean one for her as well. And then just for something fun, I have the seasons one. And then the last one that I ended up picking up is the North American map, which again is the front, and then in the back you can go and fill it in with a little fine tip marker if you wanted to. I love using wet erase markers for these because dry erase, it of course wipes off with like a simple, like even if you touch it, it will wipe off, which can be good and bad depending. But I love wet erase because it allows my kiddos to really make their letters stick and stay, but you have to use a wet rag to wipe it off. So it works much better than dry erase. So I was loving this find. And the other little thing I got here, this is actually from Christian Light Education. This is their language arts reference chart. If you are doing the McGuffies and you want a very quick reference chart, I've mentioned the bookmarks quite a few times on my channel, but I wanted to mention this. It's only a couple of dollars, but this is also a laminated little reference chart for grammar. It goes through every part of speech, and on the back here, it will go through how to diagram the 4 kinds of sentences, your words down here, and I love this. So we have been utilizing this alongside of our McGuffies and been loving it, but it is a new resource that I haven't shared with you guys before. Another resource that is new to our family that we have been loving, absolutely loving, that is from the company History by Mail. They were so kind when they reached out to me seeing if I wanted to give this a try, and I'm so glad I did because it is such a fun enrichment piece to our homeschool, and the kids honestly so you really look forward to getting the mail. So I'm going to grab the camera for one last time before I let you guys go and give you an in-depth look at what is History by Mail. What this is a subscription service. So every single month you're going to get a new letter learning about either a different time period, a different thing. And in this letter here, we're doing the order of the day and a sketch of D-Day platoon leader from June 6th, 1944. So you're going to go through D-Day planning. It's a wonderful way to really make that history come to life. So we have Operation Overload. We even get a sketch of the D-Day dress, what the platoon leader looks like, with detailed description of what everything kind of is. And then they even have a sample letter of what would have been sent to the people serving in the military. So this is such a fun enrichment thing. So I wanted to share with you this one, and let me grab some of the other ones that they have sent as well. And this one was all about Annie Oakley, which my daughter absolutely loved. So again, you're stepping back into time with reading letters or documents. They even gave us a sample of a transcript of letter from Annie Oakley to President McKinley. And of course, your entire letter from Annie Oakley to President McKinley. So this was such a fun, again, step back into history. And then in this letter, we got a sample of the check for the purchase of Alaska from 1868. So enclosed is the Treasury warrant the U.S. used to purchase Alaska from Russia in 1868. So governments used Treasury warrants to authorize large payments. With a purchase price of $7.2 million, America acquired nearly 600,000 square miles of territory for less than 2 cents per acre. So this is, again, as I mentioned multiple times, is one of the best things that I've come across as far as making history come alive on a monthly basis. It's simple, it's short and sweet. When this comes in, we're only taking probably 15-20 minutes, and it's just something, again, we look forward to. We're learning all about something that maybe we wouldn't even thought about looking up, and I love the fact that it really is helping us be intentional with making it come alive. Well guys, thank you so much for watching and coming alongside to see what some of our favorite recent purchases have been. Until my next video, you guys have a great day wherever you're doing, and God bless. Bye guys.